Music matters. Strife, what were you just saying?
Well, I'm gonna start to introduce myself. My name is SvChucky. From Philadelphia, hometown, PA. Pioneer. One of the guys, Strife members, just doing anything to make an impact. You feel me? Yeah, but earlier what I was saying is like the 98% and the 2% talk. You know what I'm saying? Basically, not just being different. And what I mean by different, I mean not trying to be different and try to stand out for some type of clout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean like you really trust your internal intuition and your internal imagination that is creating your reality that you really believe in. Like I remember we had a conversation when we was eating and stuff, and you were saying like you hate when someone give away their gift for a 9 to 5. They're like, oh yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna just work this job and just slave my life away. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like if you don't give your gift away while you have it, it's like basically like a slap in the face to the universe. You know
Absolutely, 1000%.
It's especially sad when you see, like, we were talking about this earlier when we were eating. Well, I guess pretending to eat, but when we were sitting down earlier, and it's like, I think it's especially sad when you see somebody, they have so much potential, and you think they can do anything. Like they can do the craziest stuff in the world. Instead, they choose. I don't even think they choose to, but they settle for things they don't want. And that's so sad to me. It's like you watch people who they have all the potential in the world. They can do a million things. They can do anything they really want. Yeah. And it's like they're just okay with being mediocre. And it's sad. And it's not even their fault. I don't even think it's their fault. You know, but it's like, and there's plenty of people who try
to some degree it is. My name is Xanubis. I'm from the Timberland, San Francisco, rocking with the Strife.
To
add on to what you're saying, it's like this, like every single human has greatness within them, right?
Exactly.
There are humans that can swim across the Atlantic Ocean with no boat, just themselves, just swim all those miles. There are humans that can climb mountains with no ropes, with no kind of harnesses, no nothing, just bare hands. So when you think about that, it's like, wow, humans are really incredible. Every single human has that degree inside of them. It is just a matter of unlocking it and understanding it. Because I genuinely believe like any human can do what they want to do. You either live in your gift or you forget that you even have it.
No, straight up though, no limits.
And that's what we see in this world around us is just so many people just getting comfortable, not taking those risks, or they're afraid of their own success. So they look at failure and they're like, fuck dude, I can't even do this shit, but what if I fail? What if this shit doesn't work out in the end?
I'm gonna use my closing Chucky.
Oh yeah, it's good.
What are you saying?
It's like people are afraid, they're just like, oh shit, what if this doesn't work out in the end? But you can't think about that, you think
never, the result, bro.
Yeah.
You worry about the result, you become a madman.
You gotta take one step at a time.
Yeah. You think Einstein was like, oh, I'm not gonna make electric. No, bro, this niggas is really.
Yeah, homeboy was out here fucking practicing every day, putting that work in every day.
He tried how many times before he made the first light bulb that worked?
I don't think he made the light bulb, dude. I think that was Tesla.
What are we talking about? We're talking about Edison or Einstein?
Einstein was all about like math.
Math, no. But I meant to say Benjamin Franklin. My fault with the key and the fucking electricity.
Oh yeah, that boy is
my bad. Edison was the light bulb though. What I was talking about is didn't Thomas Edison make like 10,000 or 6,000 versions of the light bulb before he found the one?
Probably more.
Never gave up. Remember they told me that in middle school. They were like,
he got. Hold on. Vtizzel, you got something to say? You gotta say it up.
Yeah, say it up.
I don't know why you're saying it so far.
Listen, Thomas Edison is a dick. That nigga stole so many people's patents. That nigga ain't make no. Yes. Look at Family Guy. They have a joke about it.
Fuck that Edison dude.
No. He's a fucking college. What the fuck he is?
Hey, but on a different topic, introduce yourself, T.
Oh, what's up, guys? My name is TitoBandito. Artist, producer, musician, audio engineer, mixing, mastering.
He's a GOAT, bro.
Explain what you guys are together and what this collective is. So you've introduced each of you, but then what are you together?
I feel like a community. I mean, collective is like too much worn down, and I feel like a collective is limited to a certain amount of people. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's 6 in the collective, it's 10 in the collective. But a community, it's like cities, miles, countries, you know what I'm saying? The type of way of living is like, first, Strife is an acronym, right? Strive to reach infinite fulfilling energy. So everybody doing anything, they do it for a sense of power, empowerment. If I smoke weed, it's a comfortability what makes me powerful. You know what I'm saying? Anything, power, you feel me? What that do after that breeds competition, because certain power will rise in the eyes, and they're like, oh, hold on, bro. He looking too good. How come he get that opportunity? And the next thing you know,
ego gets in the way, bro.
So everybody's in that whole. Now think about mentally. Everyone's in that whole tangle when they're not just living life peacefully. They getting like you ever like got into something and then that led into something and then that led into something.
Entirely. That's how I feel about interviews.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like people either, like I said earlier, you can do it positive or negative. People either get into something and get into something and get into something negative and then lead to depression or misery. You know what I'm saying? Or they get into something and build good habits to become a more enlightened person. You know what I'm saying?
Everything's a cycle. It's
Yeah.
whether it's positive or negative, everything's a cycle. Like you were saying, you can
Right.
start like I was just it's funny. I was just talking about this in an interview a couple of weeks ago. I think about like kids that didn't start like smoking weed or drinking whatever until they were like older, and it's like then they go to college and they go berserk because they never had a beer. Exactly, and that's a very like downward. That's a very quick downward spiral, and it can be the same thing in a positive way. It's like you just start to do these habits. You don't realize them scaffolding. It's almost like the concept of a gateway drug. It's like you start with something that's innocent. It's nothing. It's child's play, whatever, and then in a matter of time you build your way up to something that can have serious consequences.
Yeah, now take that into the context of your mental state, right? If you grow up always talking down on yourself, always telling yourself you can't do something, that is the gateway into negative thoughts, right? So if you were to ask me, what is the Strife is more than an organization. It's more than a community, more than a band of artist homies who join together and kill shows and make records and all that kind of stuff. The Strife is a group of people who consciously try their best to do better every day on the social aspect of being a good person, on the aspect of being mentally aware of your thoughts and your choices, and then on top of that, just physically, just evolving on a constant basis. Your only competition, your real competition, is who you were yesterday, right? And if you truly understand that, you will stop paying attention to what is happening outside of you, the things you can't control, the people who may, in your eyes, be succeeding, and going faster or going better than you. You stop worrying about those things because you understand you only have control over yourself and your choices. And so when you're talking about habits, it's real. Your habits create your future. There is no future without you. You feel me? And you gotta really understand that the blueprints to your success are already in you. They don't exist outside of you. A lot of people think, oh, once I get this record deal, I'll be good. Once I get $1 million, I'll be good. But the reality is everything you need is already in you. And once you understand that, you understand how powerful you are. And this ties back to being a human, how incredible it is that we're even here. You feel me? So it's like the Strife is a group of people who are consciously aware and understand that, okay, we have these gifts. Okay, it's in our best of interest to have good habits. Otherwise, we'll have bad habits. If you have bad habits, you'll have a bad future, and that's miserable. I had to really stop and think when I was 17, like, dude, am I going to keep going down this path of just smoking weed every day with my friends after school? This is not going anywhere. I'm living in a cycle and it's not fulfilling at all. You know what I'm saying? So these cycles that we are in, you have choice. You have jurisdiction over your choices.
It's called discipline too. You know what I'm saying? You
gotta discipline. It's a lot of strength.
Yeah, strength and discipline. You know what I'm saying?
I say that the Strife be strong so that the people who aren't strong can learn how to. You feel me? There's this African proverb that says you're not here to save anybody. You're here to save yourself and show others how you did it. That's what I live by, you feel me? That's what most of us live by, is trying to get stronger for the others and then showing them how we got strong.
Entirely, especially when you are in a collective or a group of people or a community, like we were saying, that is so like-minded and has one common ideal. That's how you build something that's special that can make serious change. Like for the longest time, I felt like in my life, I was always of the mentality of like, fuck everybody else, I'm going to get successful by myself. I'm going to do it myself.
That's right.
But that's just not possible. At the highest level, you have to understand.
Whoa, some cut out.
Yeah. I was talking about it. Yeah. Well, almost like we were talking about earlier. Like when you're laying bricks for your future. It's like you were talking about. It starts with a brick, and then it's a line of bricks, and then it's a wall, and then 4 walls becomes a house, and then after 10 years of laying those bricks, they become a castle. Exactly. And it's building every single day. I try to tell people like. When I try to give, I don't know anything, but when I try to give people advice, I try to say, like, if you really have a passion, if you have something you truly believe in, just do something every day. Just do something. Something. It doesn't matter what it is. If your something is waking out, if you want to be a musician, your something is waking up and making one beat, or even watching a video on some tutorial on some DAW, or even watching like like just getting up and strumming some chords on a guitar.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, do something every single day because you can do something for 10 minutes a day, and over the course of a year, you can become an expert at it.
Well, I got some good news for anybody listening that's trying to break habits. All it takes is 30 days. 30 days to rewire a good portion of your brain.
Tito knows about that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gotta read Outwitting the Devil by
Yeah.
Napoleon Hill. That's all the shit that they're talking about, bro. It's all in that book.
I was telling them over here. I just finished Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon.
That one's fire
Yeah.
too. But that whole book is literally just talking about like just manifest, you'll be rich and you'll be rich.
Yeah,
That's the
pretty
whole
much the
fucking
concept
book.
of it. Yeah.
That's the thing,
But it
we
did say
are
some
rich.
good shit though. Like that's one thing about the Strife that they actually talk about in Think and Grow Rich. They say you really have to watch who your team is, because if two people
The
in your
mastermind.
team,
The mastermind.
the mastermind at your table. Remember how it said in I don't know what number of the chapter it is, but it said like you need to imagine your perfect team, right?
Yeah.
And then you will manifest that. You know.
No,
what I mean?
straight up.
And
That
then, but the thing
impacts
is,
your
if any of those
benefit.
people have
Straight up.
issues with each other, it's not a house divided cannot stand.
Absolutely.
Bro, straight up.
Said that, so.
Literally before
All
so me being from Philadelphia, it's kind of hard being from
Uh-huh.
the East Coast all the way out. It's different environments. You feel me?
Mhm.
Coming out here, it's not being an outcast, but it's like it's hard to relate. It's different culture, like a lot of different cultures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So y'all drifters, bro.
Yeah, drifters.
You know that. Oh no, if you read the book, they talk about
Yeah.
drifters.
Yeah. So like when we were talking about to add on what he was saying, that when it comes to like the imaginary team, the manifestation of that. Before I met him, bruh, each one of us in here had a serious moment where it joined us all together. Like it's like the similar habit,
Yeah.
some type of pain. I met him, Tito, in 2020 during we both going through some desperate times. And we just worked to build each other. Same thing with Zan. I seen Zan Instagram, and he was like fresh out of high school, and he had this video, but it was so creative how he directed it, you know, and the sound, while everybody's just point and shoot, he was just had a storyline and just driving the car and it was leading somewhere. Reached out, and then from there it was show. Matter of fact, we did our first show in this freaking store. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it's like
Shout out to
Full circle.
shout out to the bro.
Yeah, Tilted Brim. If you're in the city, Tenderloin,
Yeah.
come check it out.
Bro, for
706
sure.
Larkin.
Yes, sir. Bruh, from there it was just more like a God a kilo type of attitude. I don't know if people watch anime, but the ones that watch it know.
Like,
Can I say something? I think, everybody on this planet has endured some form of suffering, right? And the thing that brought us all together really is our suffering, you know?
Yeah.
And there's a beauty in that pain, and there's a beauty in growing
Yeah.
past that pain, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I look at Chuck, he inspires me to go 10 more steps extra every day, you know what I'm saying? I look at the bros in the back, you know what I'm saying? I see what they're doing, and I understand it's like, okay, I gotta be strong, not just for myself, but for these people too, you know what I'm saying? And that sense of urgency and that importance is really what keeps my job alive, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
There's this Buddhist quote that says, one candle can light 100 candles and stay lit. That to me is not just like, oh, I could be a happy person and share that happiness with 100 people and still be happy, but that's also your driving passion. I could be very passionate and share my passions with other people, and I'll still be just as passionate.
I also
Oh,
think
yeah.
there's strength that can come with not only sharing your passion, but sharing the passion you have for your passion. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like when it's infectious. When you see somebody that works incredibly hard at what they want to do, or you see somebody who just refuses to stop. They're just relentless. They keep going. They keep going. They
That's-
work on their
that's
thing.
what we're trying to do.
That's not what we do with our gift though, with our music. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Because like music, it's like we'll turn a negative into a positive. Like Strife, just saying Strife, like the real definition is mean to conflict, you know? But we're like the opposite. It's like sarcasm, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the idea, how we use our music, we go relentless with different styles, different ways. How can we get better? How can we get better? How can we get better? And how not to look in the image of a common eye, you know?
Yeah.
Because the type of thoughts we have, you know, is our care for certain things is go beyond external, you know?
Yeah.
It's more inside. Like,
Because we're all little G gods with amnesia.
yes, sir.
You
Don't
know,
forget that.
on top of
Ashe.
all those things, right, that these wonderful people are saying next to me, especially what Tyler just said, understand this, it's like the more you go through problems and obstacles, the more chances for experiencing growth you have. And that's what we've all kind of understood at this point in our lives.
I'm not gonna like I think I relate to that incredibly, and I think in terms of what I'm trying to do and like build a business, I guess like the way I think of that is like, I've had shitty interviews that sucked, like they were not good, like I didn't know what I was doing, but it's like I'm so thankful for those moments because without those moments, I would have never known what I need to improve on. I would have never known what I could have built. I could have never known what there was to improve upon. You have to understand your foundation, and sometimes understanding your foundation means failing and fucking up 1,000 times to be able to build that brick castle on that foundation. First thing you have to do is make sure the floor is flat. Once the floor is flat, you can add one layer. Then you can add another. And
maybe the shape of the brick is off or something. You gotta change the design.
Exactly. I was applying for a scholarship a couple weeks ago, and I was writing an essay about just like this very topic about moving forward. And I was talking about how like in life you just have to do something, and I was using stepping as a metaphor for that. So it's like if we're on the path of life, the second you stop taking steps, the second you stop moving, you're done. This life will eat you alive and it will kill you, and you'll be stuck and depressed because you're not moving, you're not progressing.
That's all self-sabotage, really. It's all reflection of self-esteem at the end of the day.
Which is a myth, by the way. Self-esteem is a myth.
What do you mean?
Like
there's a book on that, myth of self-esteem.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
But it's not literally a myth. It's just kind of
like because a myth is like a story that we all know, but we don't know if it's really true or not. You know what I'm saying? We heard of that story, but it's like that one spoken thing that we, you know what I mean? But basically, like, what I mean by that is everything's temporary, right? With self-esteem, self-confidence, right? Now, let's say you're interviewing a Larry June or a 24K Golden or someone really high with, you know, that type of prestige. So it's up to you to act how you act based off of your self-esteem. But the reason why I say it's a myth because everything's temporary. Now, that could be a 24K going doing hits, right? Something can happen, knock on wood, but something can happen where the interview goes south. You feel me? It's up to you to take it highly or lowly, or just let it just go because it's temporary.
I think I understand.
Depending on how you hold on to that, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna mess up your head. Now let's think about acceptance. What are people accepted by? Nice car, nice jewelry, chain, followers, all these other stuff, right? So the idea when it comes to that is boosting people's self-esteem, but in all reality is what? It's our imagination, bro.
Exactly.
If I'm looking at your numbers, right, and they say like 10K, 200 following, and I'm gullible to think whatever to think, like, oh yeah, he's solid. You could be on some mastermind shit in the background. You get what I'm saying?
None of it's real.
No.
It's just it's a hype.
Bro, the internet is not real. I just need to make an announcement. The internet's not real.
Holy shit, bro.
The internet was like, fuck.
I know the internet was like, no.
The internet universe like,
I think it's because this plugged into one plug and
Sick.
Public service announcement?
Public service announcement. The internet is not real. Y'all be self-sabotaging yourselves based off the internet, bro.
Yeah.
Shit is not real.
It's a tool.
It is a tool.
Yeah.
Everything's a tool. And what I mean by that is like when it comes, you ever heard that saying, personal and business?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
of course.
That, like don't mix the emotion with the. It's like that. It's like.
Hey, real quick, tilt this part of your mic up for me so you're talking to the side of it. Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Yeah. All right,
that's good. Thank you, bro.
Like,
appreciate it.
Like for example, wait, what I was saying?
Sorry, my bad.
It's a tool.
Oh yeah, tool. Okay, yeah, tool. So like.
It's like money. Money's a tool.
Like, depending on how you look, if you look at it like things like that, like you won't get your emotion involved in certain like plays. Like let's say, God forbid, this whole meetup got canceled.
Yeah.
It was up to me to be like, all right, that's next week. You feel me?
Right.
So it's like the tool of that is like, don't sabotage that.
It all ties back down to your psychological awareness and your conscious thoughts. Like, are you really here now? The problem with this society right now is that a lot of people are paralyzed, dude. You look around you and people are paralyzed with fear.
And ignorance.
Fear, ignorance, it all ties in together, right? You're afraid of being broke, so you act a certain way. You're afraid of being not accepted, so you act a certain way. You're afraid of getting old. You're afraid of getting sick. All these different fears play into the minds of many souls here on this planet, causing many souls to be distracted, many souls to be lost, violent, angry, miserable, right? So here's the thing. you have to liberate yourself from your suffering. It's in your best of interest right now in this lifetime, because the next lifetime is not a guarantee, right?
Tomorrow isn't.
It's in your best of interest to liberate yourself. Truly, bro. And that's from everything. Your fucking negative habits, dude. Your negative ways of thinking, bro. If you're talking down on yourself every fucking day, you're not gonna get shit done, bro.
Nope.
And you're gonna die with regrets. I know who the fuck I am, bro, because I'm just a cog in this fucking machine, bro. When it's all said and done, I'm gonna fulfill my function. What the fuck is that function? Living in my fucking gift, bro, and just being a decent human being, bro.
Living your purpose, bro.
Every human being is going to make mistakes, bro. You're going to fail. If you look at that failure like it's the end of the road for you, of course you're not gonna go nowhere, dude. Failure is what makes us who we are today, bro. Fucking pressure makes diamonds, bro.
Also, failure doesn't really exist because you're still moving forward. You're learning from that.
We were just
You know what
talking
I mean?
about this earlier. I don't believe in failure.
It doesn't
and the reason
exist,
I don't
yeah.
believe in failure is I think it's a state of mind. And what I mean by
Yeah.
that is there's no such thing as failure. And failure, you cannot fail until you accept that you have failed.
Right.
As long as you keep trying, as long as you keep getting back up and doing
There's
that
no
thing
such
again,
thing.
you cannot fail until
Right.
maybe you die. If you die, maybe you
That's what I'm
fail.
saying.
No
but-
such thing.
But beyond that, people don't even. Do you remember anything that people consider a failure? Like, let's say something
Yes.
from the South. 2 days later, you're not gonna care about that.
I definitely
No.
remember my failures. I'm not
That's what
gonna
we were
lie to
talking
you.
about with Thomas Edison, bro.
Like, bruh, oh shit!
I'm not gonna lie, dude.
No, I'm gonna give you a true story. One time, right? I mean, yesterday.
shit.
I'm,
I'm gonna have to go, bro.
Yeah,
To be
no,
honest, yeah.
it's good, too.
Gotta go
Oh,
teach
you're
my
good.
lessons.
oh yeah.
But yeah, appreciate you guys.
Hey,
Who-
Tito.
Hey, shout out your at real quick. Tell everybody where
Oh
they can
yeah,
find you.
you guys can follow me on Instagram, Ayetito, AYETITOOO. You can follow me on TikTok, same thing, AYETITOOO. I'm very active on both. I do music lessons, teach you guitar, drums, bass, and piano, music theory, mixing, mastering, audio engineering. Just hit me up.
But the internet is not real.
The internet isn't real. Don't believe that shit. All right, love you guys. See you guys later. Appreciate you.
Boom. Yeah, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, bro.
Stuff I eat.
So, let's talk about like the origin of Strife. So how did everything like originate, and how did you guys first start the group and just start building? And did it start just with the music, or did it start with
So you
video?
want the superhero origins?
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, so it's gonna start with.
Hold up, real quick introduction.
Vtizzel, from the Bay. Pink and blue guy, that's what I do. Cotton candy boy from
Shout
the
out
woods.
VT.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, no lie. I'm sorry. You know how people go, oh yeah, I'm about to perform. Oh, here's my tracks. Oh, the tracks is my lyrics on it. No, he's spitting on a straight beat. Like, play my beat. I'ma spit it live.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
A lot
don't
of-
put the vocal tracks on my shit.
Bro,
Good.
a lot of
My
people,
managers told me, nah, don't do that. It's
Bro.
gonna phase my voice.
That's right.
right, and he be rocking shows like that.
Yeah.
No, VT is a goat, bro. Anybody who's from San Francisco and you don't know about Vtizzel, you're fucking.
Go read a book.
You're
Go read a
playing
book.
yourself.
It's just a matter of
You need
time.
to fucking
Go-
stop,
these
bro.
are the
guys.
No,
They
you need to
blowing
fucking
smoke
stop.
right now.
Read a book. No,
Go read a book.
Not even that. Go read a book.
Any
Go
of them.
read a book.
Any of them. Just find one.
Go find one.
Go
Find
find the song,
The
bro.
dictionary. Go.
Yeah.
Dude,
Let me shout out You Made Love. You know what I'm
even
saying?
gonna
My guy
toot.
in the back.
Yeah.
You made it.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, I'm not even gonna toot the horn like that, you know what I'm saying? But you know, VT, he was rocking the Juneteenth rally back in 2020. We had like maybe like 5,000 people following us, you know what I'm saying, on the back of a truck for
shit
Juneteenth,
was
bro.
lit.
We was
That's
just
right.
freestyling and shit, bro. That shit was
That
gas.
shit was fire, bro.
Insert photo right there.
No, for
And
real.
so,
If you look up
send me, we'll
Vtizzel
insert
NBC,
it.
you
Got
will
you. I'll
see
send
it.
you.
Just send me the photo, put
If
it
you
up,
just
yeah.
search up Google Vtizzel, NBC, if you just go to videos, it'll pop up that video.
I'm
But
gonna
if
get
you
the
look
clip
up-
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We'll
Fuck
put it
shit.
on the screen
And
now.
my guys in
All
the
right,
article.
superhero origins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Tell me what the origin of Strife, how did everything happen?
All right. It's about to get real, Spider.
It was a cold night.
I'm gonna let the niggas know the everything. Man. So, all right. Strife, right? 2013. It started with a Hooper thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
It was like 4 of us. You know what I'm saying? And we were Hoopers. And we were a group of friends, you know, in the San Francisco. Me being from Philadelphia and 17 years old, it was hard to adapt, you know what I'm saying? So these are the 4 people that I connect with. This is before I met Zan, like years, you know what I'm saying? So it's me, my boy Spider, my boy Vetty, and my boy Nick, right? Along the lines, my boy Ted comes, you know what I'm saying? So it's 5 of us, we're cool. After the hoop stuff, due to unfortunate events, a lot of what's the word? Messages were sent my way, right? I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but 4 of the Strife members are not here today because they passed, right? But
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but the way they passed and
Hey, can you shut up back there real quick, man? Respectfully.
The way they
It's catching.
the way they passed and the time frame they passed, it gave me a certain wake up call just in life, you know.
Yeah.
My little bro E, he was a Strife. He died in December of 2017. Going into 2018, my boy KB, he died January 31st of 2018. So it's like back to back. Literally, my big bro Nick, which is his big brother, you know what I'm saying, dies in February, the first week of February. You know what I'm saying, like right after 31st. So the mindset and the mental capacity we had was because we were hoopers. You know what I'm saying? We knew life, but we didn't know like life can change so fast, bro. Like we didn't know like that shit was like what the fuck? Like I can never see this nigga again. You know what I'm saying? Like ever. But it's one thing when someone lose somebody and get a chance to heal, but we didn't never get the chance to really heal at that time. There was so much shit going on in 2018. We was like, what the fuck's going on? Now, I started hanging with my boy Tay, and we making music. Spider, we making music. We going to Tay house making music. I'm drawing the logos up on paper, you know, just something small like, okay, Strife, okay. Because we thought of the name like long ago before it was a mascot. Moving forward, we did a music video. It was like the Gumbo freestyle. This was like before. This is before he was. No, I don't have nothing to do with the allegations of 6ix9ine, but this is before that all hiccup thing happened. But basically, I made a freestyle like of the Gumbo beat. It was before Gumbo even took off, and it just built momentum. And then we was like another video. Before we knew it, it's like 10 of us wearing Strife hoodies and doing videos. Right?
Wow.
So from there.
And that was in Philly or here?
That was here.
Okay, so that was after you moved out.
That's when I moved out.
Okay.
Yeah, Strife is a straight like Bay Area thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to Philly.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Philly is SV, where my neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's like my origin of SvChucky. But so moving forward, you know how you make music and you do more things. What do you do? You track people. He sees a video I do. I see a video he does. And then from there, I DM him like, "Yo, this shit's fire, bro." Like, like we gotta link sometime. And he's like, "Oh yeah." He goes on the call with me, right? So I asked him this one question. I'm like, "Bro, what was your breaking point?" Because that was something I knew about him, that he experienced some life or death shit to make him be like, "Bro, I'm about to be on my like rebel shit." Because it's not in a lot of people. A lot of people do shit for clout, fame, and all that fuckery shit. But like when I asked him, he told me, he gonna tell you the story, but when he told me the story, I was like, what the
story?
I was like, what the fuck, bro?
The superhero origin.
Bro, I was like, what the fuck? So I'm like, bro, we gotta, like, we're brothers.
So you guys both had some pretty traumatic past, and then that brought you together.
Yeah.
Because you were kind of reformed and changed people, and you wanted to move past that trauma.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Check it out. Superhero cut, Xanubis, the mic handler, the shadow with no source. So I grew up in San Francisco in the Tenderloin district, and when I was a kid, you know, I'd play drums for the church and I would sing for the church. Eventually, look, dude, that's like the church. That's like God getting on me right now. God's like, you don't sing for the church no more. Nah, but I used to sing for the church and my balls dropped. So then I started playing drums for the church, and then after that point, you know, I started asking a lot of questions about the church and stuff. But I held that musicality within me, and I've always had a fondness for all kinds of music. You know, my top 3, I'm gonna give it to you right now: Kid Cudi, Daft Punk, and The Misfits. All right, so that's my top 3.
The Misfits.
And number 4 is
Danzig guy.
Usher. And then number 5 is Avicii. Rest in peace. All right, but check this out though.
That's a very, very.
I love music, bro.
It's a solid top 5.
Listen,
Hey,
I love music.
sorry,
bro.
continue. I gotta look at you up. My bad.
So musicality was always fondness for me, bro. Growing up, dude, I was always kind of like a hot-headed kid in the terms of like that. I'd always be very blunt and I'd say what was on my mind, and that made a lot of people intimidated by me and my stature. I grew up with no father figure in my life, so growing up I had to really ask myself, like, what the fuck does it mean to be a man in this world? You know, I had no clear answers. My mom was always there for me and stuff like that, but essentially I get to a point in my life where I'm fucking down bad, dude, depressed, dude. Like I said earlier, living in a cycle of misery, right? Just doing the same shit every day, going to school, doing drugs after school, going back to school the next day, just this endless cycle. A week before my 16th birthday, so I'm 15, right, at this time, a week before my 16th birthday, my homeboy tells me, hey, bro, I'm not going to be able to link with you for your birthday. Check this out, bottle of Hennessy, right? So I'm like, hey, man, right on, good looks, right? I downed that bitch that night. Why? Because I'm feeling like it. Because I have no reason for living. At this point, I'm dead. I'm damn near praying to die, bro. Like, that's how I feel about my life. Like, this shit sucks, bro. There ain't no fucking reason for me to be here. There ain't no reason for anyone to do shit. This shit sucks. That's where my mind state was at. And I downed that bottle. Next day comes up, right? My bro's asking me, he's like, bro, you trying to take some Xanax bars, bro? And so I'm like, yo, fuck it. First time for everything, bro. You know, so I take hella Xans, bro, to the point where I don't even remember it. And everything that I'm about to tell you right now is a collection of what other people say they saw and what actually happened, right? Amongst the doctors and my principal and all that kind of stuff. And they basically said, bro, you were just walking down the hallway all normal and you just collapse, bro. Just fall on the floor. And I hit the floor on my fucking face or some shit like that, knocked out completely, bro. And then I woke up in the ICU and I'm feeling like The Walking Dead. I'm feeling like that first episode in The Walking Dead. I'm like, yo, where the fuck am I, bro? Ain't nobody in there. I don't even know, bro. Rick. Feeling like that nigga Rick, right? And so I got these IVs in my wrists and shit, or in my arms and my veins. And then I'm just freaking out, bro. I'm like, yo, where's my mom, bro? She's probably tripping right now, dude, you know? And all I seen was black, bro. Keep it a buck with you. Like, I didn't see shit, you know what I'm saying? And I tried to get off the ICU, and I got yanked back, bro. There was a fucking tube in my Slim Jim, bro. Like, there was a tube there where I peed from, bro. And I was so upset. I was like, how the fuck am I gonna get out of here, bro? And then the doctors came in, they're like, dude, stop. How the fuck are you here right now, bro? Just looking at me like I was dead a few minutes ago, bro. And at that point, I was just like, honestly shocked, bro. I was terrified.
Wait. So they thought you were gone? Like,
no, I was gone. My heart fucking flatlined, bro. So it was already good. It was like my mom's crying on the outside praying, bro, praying with like the whole pastor, the whole church came in.
You ever see those movies where it go like do, and they go.
That's what it was, bro. And the church was literally outside, bro, just praying for me, bro, praying for my soul and all that shit, bro. Cause I haven't even turned 16 yet, bro. So I'm 15, bro. Like that could have been the end of my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I'm here now, bro, I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? I count my gratitudes every day because of that shit. But ever since that day, I understood, okay, I'm here for some fucking reason. It's up to me to figure out what the fuck that reason is. I ain't going out no bitch, bro. I ain't going out on some stupid shit like that. You feel me? So my name is Xanubis. A lot of people think it's like, oh, it's Xanax and cannabis, how clever, ha ha ha. But the real reason is because I got Egyptian heritage, and so Anubis is the god of the afterlife and embalmment. Xans were the thing that put me in the afterlife. So you get the thing that put me in the afterlife, and you get the thing that is the god of the afterlife, and you get Xanubis, right? So I'm trying to embalm myself here on this earth with my music and my presence. Embalmment is the art of mummification. So I'm trying to preserve my life here, my soul here, through my music and my words and whatever it is I do. You feel me? So a lot of people, they laugh my name off. They're like, Xanax and cannabis, but it's deeper to me. You know what I'm saying? And I know that, bro, because I would not be here without that story. I would not be here without my heart stopping, bro. I'm like Danny Phantom, bro. It's my secret. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody knows, bro. Niggas look at me, they see, oh, star tattoo, red hair, just another fucking generic rapper from the modern day age. You know, but that's fine, bro. Because you go ahead and look at me how you look at me, bro. But I know who the fuck I am, bro, and I know what the fuck I'm doing.
That's real empowerment. You feel me? So like moving forward, you know who Xan is, right? Of course, him with that type of story. I mean, not that type of story. That type of motivational push.
Yeah.
You start to do what? Attract people in his community. You start to meet Vtizzels. You start to meet Little Vash. Vash is not here. Shout out to Vash. You know what I'm saying? Start to meet so many people. Now, I hit him up one time. I'm like, bro, you know, this was the year of 2020, right? And you know how 2020 year was for everyone, right?
Yeah, of course.
It was terrible. He was going through it mentally. So what he ended up doing was staying with me for like a month. You know what I'm saying? The vibes we had, and the type of shit we was on, it was like some Akatsuki training shit, bro. Like literally. Who am I as a person? What do we have to offer? And how can we relate this message without sounding like a preacher or something, like without talking down to people? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Without making people feel less than, or without making people feel like we're better than.
That's not what we're trying to do, bro. A lot of people look at us, bro, and they like, bro, and trust me, bro, because it's like I know when I walk in a room and niggas hate me just off rip. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
Cause you know, you just walk in the room, you feel the stares, bro. You know, and it's just like, you could tell that they're coming to conclusions within their heads, but it's like we're not trying to be like, nigga, we're better than you. It's more so like, bro, we liberating ourselves, bro. We're getting stronger, bro. Would you like to get stronger?
You ever seen the Matrix?
This is what we did.
No, I've never watched it front to back. To be honest with you, yeah, I know.
Yo, you need to go watch Matrix.
I watched it in
tomorrow.
school.
Yeah.
Like,
I watched it. My history teacher made us watch it. Yeah,
the Matrix.
it was
Yo,
dope.
basically, it's like, all right, you into anime?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
bro.
God.
You
You
gotta,
Hey,
we got a
Did you
lot
at least
of
watch
This shit
SpongeBob?
takes a lot of time.
Hey, that's facts.
That is facts.
He's a man of
He's a-
renaissance, you know. He's
yeah.
on his
What can I say?
craft shit.
Yeah.
We be having some
Okay.
time to just be leisurely watching these
That's
things.
fair.
We artists. It's our research, you know.
Yeah, no, it is.
Research for surely.
I was talking about this too. It's like I was talking to Mateo earlier about like, he was saying like, I wish I had more time to read, and I was like, yeah, like for the longest time I felt the same way. I was like, I wish I had more time to read, but then I kind of realized like, because you know I'm kind of a workaholic. Like I kind of freak out if I'm not doing stuff related to my craft, and I started to like understand that like, you know, elevating your mind and teaching yourself and getting enlightened perspectives and learning more about yourself and other people, that is entirely related to your career.
Sure. Yeah,
It isn't.
for sure.
It elevates your mind. Elevating your mind how could that not be related to your career? It's related to
And
everything.
that's what we focus on. Like, all right, so in order to be successful, bro, it's three levels. People think it's like, oh, I'm gonna get rich, I'm successful. No, bro, you gotta be spiritual, mental, and physically successful. And then how that is up to you. What is your passion?
What do you have to do to break your bad habits?
Yeah.
What do you have to do to liberate
Yeah.
yourself from suffering?
And,
All
it's-
that.
and everything's based off of perspective too. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone can have bad habits, but if they know how to control the discipline for that habit not to make that the trajectory for them to be a terrible, miserable person, then it's like cool, because everyone has something about them that they need to work on. You feel me? That's just
Yeah,
life.
of course.
Like, you gonna always go through some shit where I gotta work on some shit.
Everybody got strengths and weaknesses, man. Like an
Exactly.
RPG.
Exactly. So it's like
Different classes.
different classes and stuff, different curses.
Yeah, that too.
Curses.
Yeah, dude.
But
All kinds of curses.
bro, speaking of curses, bro, like.
Wait. Before we
Oh
get
my
into
God,
curses,
no.
this is good leeway to Vtizzel's
Oh, yeah, go ahead,
superhero
yeah,
origin.
superhero origin story.
Because I met Vtizzel back when I was in high school.
And I would
on
like
the
to end this
ground.
too, yeah.
My
Yeah.
fucking origin
You know what I'm saying?
story.
What's your origin
I
story?
mean, their origin story is crazier than mine. His is obviously crazy as hell, but
Dude.
mine is just fucking. It's just like his is sad in like a real sad way. Mine is just sad in a sad way. It's just not. It wasn't cool, bro. Like my fucking earliest memory is like my dad beat my ass when I was 2 years old because I was sucking my thumb. Then after that, he was just going out of my life. Then it was to the shelter. There was a place downtown called the Harbor House, and it was a shelter when I was like 3. Then I got booted up, packed up to foster home in Oakland when I was about 4. My mom got me back through the court of law, and I stayed with my auntie for about 3 months or like some shit like that. I don't know. I was hella young, less than 5. But then we ended up moving to Sunnydale, which is the first official hood that I ever stayed in. And
If people don't know, Sunnydale is like a project.
yeah,
system.
straight up. It's where a lot like the Rocks family and Jay Uso, like all like the
A lot of politics in the city come out of
Samoans,
Sunnydale. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that shit. So that's where I first spent my first 3 to 4 years. And then at the age of 7, I moved downtown to just like some apartment place. 8 years old. After that, fucking got kicked out of there because my mom got into a fight with with her boyfriend's ex-wife or wife at the time. It was some crazy shit. Yeah. Then we got packed up to Treasure Island. And then after that, some fucking more shit happened, and then we went to another shelter.
Question, how did you, with your experiences, right? What made you turn to the path of music? Like, I'm about to be the tough ass.
Well, so ever since a kid, I've always had ADHD, like very bad ADHD. I'll always be just making beats on the motherfucking desk or
You
with
and
my
me
mouth.
both, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I started
You know what
playing the
I'm saying?
drums. All my teachers were like, "Why don't you play the drums? Why don't you play the drums?"
Exactly. So like,
why don't you say you do some shit so I don't have to send you to
Niggas
the
are like,
office?
why don't you do
will.
music?
Yeah.
Niggas are like, why don't you do music? And my whole time, like, cause again, so my life, I was a fucking loser. So like, I was the bottom of every single school, group, fucking camp, whatever I was at, I was the lowest. Like,
Yeah.
the nerds didn't want to fuck with me type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I used like, I have very fucking thick skin, which is why now it makes sense that I can rock stages. But back then, I was insecure as shit. People ain't fuck with me. I guess I technically ain't fuck with people because I just would not talk, even though I would talk too much because I had ADHD. So I was until about.
So when you got the chance to talk to people, you just talk their ears off and be like, yeah, I'm gonna leave you alone.
Because nobody else would listen. That's how it is, man.
But you know what I'm saying? So that was hard. There was a whole bunch of shit, but the shelters and the hotels and like it was a whole constant. I could never get comfortable. Yeah. Which is why I feel like I'm so good at adapting. I can do anything. Like you could throw me in fucking Antarctica right now. It'd be fucking terrible. Maybe not Antarctica. Yeah. That's a desert. But you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like the shit that I've got. I would never complain. I would never complain about the shit that I went through because a lot of people could go through that. It's just the fact that I made it through. That shit is ridiculous. Anybody else in my situation, I feel like honestly would have killed themselves.
Nah, VT
and I did. I knew a lot of people who killed themselves.
That's what make you a Strife. You feel me?
VT is so humble, bro. He's so gifted and so talented and versatile and honestly like just crazy, bro. Like he's so gifted. I just want to say, like, you see how he smiles, bro. Like, you see the way he smiles after everything he's fucking been through, bro. Like that's all of us, bro.
Real pure genuine,
you feel me? Like, we smile through that shit, bro, because shit sucks, bro. Life hurts, you feel me? But it's like...
Hey, tell them about the quote you got from that book. You was, like, being in love with misery and like being
so there's a book called The War of Art, not The Art of War, not to be confused with that book, but The War of Art. And if anybody is an entrepreneur or starting a business or trying to get into some sort of craft that's bigger than themselves, read this book. I forgot the author, but the quote is that if you are an artist or trying to venture into a new uncharted territory in terms of business and growth, you have to fall in love with misery in the sense that
my God, yes.
In the sense that you have to fall in love with staying up late nights getting your work done. You have to fall in love with maybe missing a few meals or eating cold meals or just going with the bare minimum to get to where you're trying to get to. You cannot get comfortable. The moment you get comfortable and you feel like, oh, I can relax a little bit, you're not putting enough pressure in because that pressure is what's gonna get you to where you're trying to get to. So it's like you really just have to keep going and be hungry. You know, the problem is motherfuckers will win and they'll be like, oh yeah, we had that big achievement, and now they're not hungry no more.
Now what's next?
Yeah. For us, it's like we're always hungry, bro. After every show, it's like, what's the next show? After every video, all right, what's the next video? After every event, it's like, what's the next idea? You know?
Well, because you guys have been in places where you haven't had another thing to do.
We're always hungry, you know. Just like you said, you're a workaholic. That's us, you know. That's why.
Yeah.
Can I add something? I remember you like a couple months ago. You were talking about like with your origin and shit, and you was like, I wanted to die, and I was drinking and stuff like that.
Hell yeah, bro.
Like,
it was miserable.
One thing I want to say to like the people out there, bro, like the main shit why we do this too is like for people mental health. Like it's like my boy Tay, right? He's not here with us today due to certain mental health challenges. You feel me? Where long story short, he jumped off the bridge. You feel me? Suicide. And not to be killed of mood or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Condolences to my bro. He's smiling down.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, but he laughing at us like, yeah, we doing this shit, bro. You feel me? Before he did what he did, he told us like, bro, I got you, bro. We got this. I swear to God. So it's like, to add on that, it's just like basically like make sure your mental health is like, it's not that deep. You feel me? Don't. Your imagination is so strong, bro. The power and the affinity in your head is so strong. You can make this little ass problem into a big ass problem. Yeah. Like I'm gonna give you an example. I was yesterday. I look at my bank account. The fucking membership took hella money off my shit. So now I'm looking at a little problem. Bro, I want to go buy gas. Why the fuck I go in the car and drive off and didn't pump my gas? Like I just, I swear to God, I said, what the fuck? I'm like, oh my God, I'm too much in my head. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be in your head, bro.
Yeah.
It's
like
on
the topic of those who have passed on to the next adventure, I just want to say, like, if anyone's listening to you, even, you know what I'm saying, like, if you've lost somebody, you have to understand if that person meant so much to you and it made you who you are today. Like, you wouldn't be where you are today or who you are, your identity, your character traits, all those things. If those people made you who you are, they will live on through you. The reason we go so hard every day is because of everybody that we've lost, whether that be to suffering and or to death. You feel me?
And that goes for everybody out there. If you lost anybody, think about what they would want you to take from them being gone.
Yeah.
And then take that and internalize it in your life and find a way for it to make you grow.
Use it as
I would love to talk to you guys all day, but we have to give your gracious friend Justin his store back because he was lucky enough to let us. We were lucky enough to for him to let us use it.
Clutch as hell.
Yeah, for real.
Big shouts out.
Man,
hey, but tell him, hey, obviously have to do another one of these soon. Yeah, for sure.
I don't think
for
they
sure.
understand that we met up at a location,
Yeah,
then drove to
it's-
another
it's
location, and ended up here.
Yeah.
Strife members that's not even here too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. We'll do one. We'll do one. We'll get a different
gang,
spot, and we'll
yeah.
get everybody there. We'll bring more mics,
whole
yeah, whatever.
whole game.
Yeah,
Get
but
that big
anyway, but
communication.
before we go, tell them where to find you guys, socials, whatever. Tell them if you got any shows, anything drops coming up. Promote your stuff.
Okay, SvChucky, SvChucky. Oh yeah, subscribe to the Lost Strife Files. Lost Strife Files.
Great stuff on that.
Animations, all that. Yeah, your boy make me animations to his music. Yes. Bow.
How you know do it all?
What you know about that, man?
Yeah, no, they don't know.
They know.
Go ahead, Zan. Tell
My name is Xanubis, ShadowNoSource. So check me out. You know, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm probably most active on that social media platform. Xanubis, that's XANUBIS. And then if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channels, there's Xanubis and then there's ShadowNoSource. I upload a music video every Friday on ShadowNoSource. So there was one drop last Friday. There'll be one drop this Friday, and that shit is kicking. So yeah, that's all you got here.
Awesome, bro.
Good.
I'm Vtizzel, VTIZZEL, literally everywhere. If you go on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud,
That
except
guy.
for Sound, I'm not a SoundCloud rapper. Sorry,
Cap.
I'm not. I don't have a SoundCloud.
And then
I only have Spotify and Apple, bro.
back
It's
too?
funny as hell.
Yeah, you guys want to check your stuff out?
This is my head of him.
I'm gonna check my shit out.
Oh, bro, this nigga, hold up. He made the keychain. This thing is fucking dope.
Oh yeah, where can they get one of those? Where can they get one of those?
From him, from
Say what you gotta
you
say.
may love, you may love. Hey,
Wait. Let me show
Oh,
you.
hold up.
Oh yeah,
the drip.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
the drip.
You
Oh,
see
that's
this
his
right here?
socks,
He got his socks.
Come on.
buddy.
Hold on. I know
Come
y'all need socks
on.
in here, Brody.
Come
bro.
on now.
Everybody needs socks,
Get
bro.
that side either.
Everybody needs socks.
Come on now.
Drip,
Let
drip.
them know where
Thank
you
you
get it
so
from, bro.
much. Your name was Dante, right?
Yes, sir. VT. Appreciate you,
Shit,
bro. Appreciate you.
You can find my clothing brand at You May Love SF. You feel me? I got a website coming soon. You know, check it out.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You know,
Shout out to my boy Spider. The
Spider.
best. Spider's the most quiet
of course.
person in the world,
Nah,
bro.
it's the chillest homie, bro. I swear to
He
God.
gonna be like, what's up, bro?
So, Spider, yeah.
He chill, but if you got a joke,
See, he
throw a
don't
joke
talk.
at him,
He
man.
don't
Look,
talk, bro.
this man funny as hell.
Come on, man.
That's all I got.
It's the homie.
All right, guys.
We got all type of characters in Strife, man.
All right, Shafai. Appreciate you guys.
Bye.
Dub Nation, Dub.
Dub Nation.
Dub Nation. We getting dubs this year.
Yes, sir. Big
Go get
season.
dubs.